What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we're talking about UFC Fight Night Smith versus Rakic, also known as UFC Vegas 8. Should be a very fun card, sick main event. We're going to go over every bout from top to bottom, and I will give you guys my predictions. If you're wanting more content or you don't want to watch the individual videos, looking for something more brief, this is the video for you. Let's get into the first fight of the evening. Sean Brady takes on Christian Aguilera. Aguilera, big knockout artist coming off a big win in his UFC debut. Sean Brady, 2-0 in the octagon. I'm riding with the upset here. I think Christian Aguilera gets a knockout win in round one over the very high level Sean Brady. Not saying I'm going to go out there and put a ton of money on that, but I just see it happening. Brady definitely has a possibility of controlling Aguilera for 3 rounds, but I think Aguilera's going to crack him with a big shot in the first round. And also, Aguilera does carry that power throughout rounds. He's not a guy that doesn't have pop in round 2 and 3. He doesn't need to go out and blitz him in 20 seconds, but realistically, I do see a first-round knockout win for Aguilera here over Sean Brady. Now, next fight, Emily Whitmire versus Poliana Viana. Viana, she's a savage. I think she really beat some dude up in the street that was trying to mug her or something crazy like that. She has lost 3 straight fights. Whitmire coming off the loss as well. I do think Viana definitely gets it done here. She's a high-level jiu-jitsu practitioner, and I think she wins this fight here over Emily Whitmire by a unanimous decision. Odds near even, -115 to -110. Close fight, but definitely going with Poliana in this one. Now, moving up, Alex Caceres versus Giga Chikadze. Should be a fun fight. Featherweight division. Giga Chikadze is a very high-level striker. You see there he's a -245 favorite to Bruce Leroy. Alex Caceres, who's a +200 underdog. Did an interview with him on the channel a little while back after his big win over Chase Hooper. Super cool guy, but I am riding with Giga Chikadze. I think he wins this fight by a decision over the very experienced veteran, Alex Caceres. Definitely a big opportunity for Giga Chikadze to test himself against a very high-level and long-term mixed martial artist. Now, Zach Cummings, Alessio Di Chirico. Zach Cummings, he's got some good head movement. He doesn't get hit that much. Decent takedowns. Was dominated by Omari Akhmedov. I mean, Alessio Di Chirico, good fighter, has won some fights. Lost to Kevin Holland recently. Holland turned out to be a pretty exciting prospect. I'm riding with Zach Cummings here. I think he wins this one. The odds are near even, -115 for both of them. I think Cummings wins this fight. I could see a submission, but I think a decision win is the realistic outcome. Now, moving up, next fight, Mallory Martin versus Hannah Cifers. We've seen Cifers get beat up in her past few fights in the octagon. She takes on Mallory Martin, who's pretty good. Her only loss inside the UFC, it was her debut to Verna Jandiroba. Quickly and pull it up. Jandiroba, who's an absolute savage. Before that, an Invicta FC fighter, was on a 5-fight win streak. I think she beats Cifers. I think she wins it by a decision. I don't think she gets a stoppage of Cifers, but I think she wins a wrestling-heavy, dominant, unanimous decision over the very tough Hannah Cifers. Moving up to the next fight, Maki Pitolo versus Impa Kasinge. Kasinge, Dana White's Contender Series veteran, 2-time veteran. Actually, his last 2 fights were both on the Contender Series. He took a year off and just fought on the Contender Series again. He takes on Maki Pitolo. You see, he's actually the slight favorite at -140 to the +115 underdog Pitolo. I think Coconut Bomb stops him. I think he wins in the second round. Impa's good, but he's a raw talent. He's developing. He's definitely going to try to grapple with Maki, but I think Maki knocks him out in round 2. Now, moving up, Magomed Ankalaev and Ion Cutelaba. This is the rematch. Their first fight, it was, a very controversial stoppage. Cutelaba wasn't even hurt by the punch. He was kind of playing like a little fake game. He was trying to fake out his opponent, and the ref jumps in and stops it. I think Cutelaba actually wins this fight. I think he wins by knockout here. I think first round I'm going to pick over Magomed. Magomed, very tough, 13-1 as a pro. He's no joke. I mean, his only loss is to Paul Craig by submission, but I think Cutelaba beats him. I got this feeling. I don't know why. I just think Cutelaba is a very explosive striker, a lot of power, also has a good wrestling base. Now, if it goes into round 2 and 3, I see Magomed taking over, but if Cutelaba can get him out in round 1, which I'm going to pick that he does, we definitely see this is Cutelaba's fight. He's a +285 underdog to the -370 favorite. He would be maybe a guy to make some money on. Don't know if I'd go throw the money on him, though, because if it goes into round 2, I don't know if I see him winning this fight. But round 1, first round knockout, that's my pick for Cutelaba. Now, moving up, Ricardo Lamas and Bill Algeo. Algeo takes a fight on short notice, replacing Ryan Hall. That was a matchup I was super excited for, was Lamas and Hall. I think it could have been a very cool fight, and we'll see how good Ryan Hall's jiu-jitsu will do against a high-level fighter like Ricardo Lamas. I was excited to see it play out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait. He takes on Bill Algeo, Dana White's Contender Series veteran. I think this is Lamas' fight. I think he dominates. I think he wins by knockout in round number. I'm going to pick round number 2. Quickly, let me check the odds here. Okay, we see Algeo plus 220 to the minus 260 favorite. Yeah, fair odds there. Ricardo Lamas definitely getting it done. I see the win for Ricardo in this matchup over the debuting Algeo. Ji-Yu Kim versus Alexa Grasso. This is Grasso's debut, or at least moving up to 125 pounds inside the UFC. After a successful run at 115 pounds, definitely was doing well. Her only loss was her last, or excuse me, she has lost other fights, but her last loss was to Carla Esparza, who's a very high-level girl in that women's strawweight division. Takes on Ji-Yu Kim, who's no joke. Ji-Yu Kim also missed weight for her last fight, 128 pounds. Grasso, 116. Size advantage for Kim. I wouldn't put money on this one. I think Kim could win it. I mean, if you're going to put money, I put it on Kim, but I am picking Grasso to win a decision, but I don't know, man. I think Kim might pull off the crazy upset. I mean, she's a big girl, but I am going to ride with Grasso, and I do think she does win it by decision, but I don't think it's easy, and definitely not, the odds are not justified here. I think they're a bit too widespread for Grasso. I think that Kim is tough. Now, moving up, co-main event of the evening, Robbie Lawler, Neil Magny. This is a very exciting matchup. I can't wait. I love seeing Robbie Lawler fight. He's a legend of the game. 38 years old now. Neil Magny has been around for a while in the UFC as well. Very long guy. 6'3" with an 80-inch reach. Is going to have 4 inches of height over Robbie and 6 inches of reach, which he definitely would try to use. Stay on the outside and move. But I don't know. I think Robbie closes distance, cracks Neil Magny, and knocks him out in the first round, man. I think Neil Magny gets stopped here. We've seen him lose by knockout in the past. We saw Lorenz Larkin beat him up bad. I think Robbie Lawler comes in with a vengeance and gets a knockout win here in round number 1, almost like a prime Robbie Lawler form. I'll go over Neil Magny, knocks him out. Sees a plus 190 underdog to the minus 235 favorite. Maybe that's a bet. I don't know. I mean, who knows though? Maybe Robbie's totally shot, but I think he still had his moments against Colby. He still obviously looked really good against Ben Askren up until the submission. I think he wins this fight over Neil Magny. Now, main event of the evening, Anthony Smith, Alexander Rakic. Talk about Anthony Smith losing one fight and then just being doubted. Is a favorite over one of the most long-standing top contenders in the light heavyweight division in Glover Teixeira. Is the favorite in that fight, loses to Glover, and now he's an underdog against 12-2 Rakic, coming off a loss to Volkan Oezdemir. He's an up-and-coming guy, developing skill set. To me, I'm going to go with Anthony Smith by decision. It's a 3-round main event, not 5. If it was 5, I might lean Rakic because Smith did gas out pretty badly against Glover Teixeira. But I think in 3 rounds, he's going to be able to pace himself. He'll be able to land a lot of shots and throw a lot of punches. He wins this fight. Anthony Smith gets the upset win over the minus 300 favorite Rakic, plus 240 underdog. Smith might be somebody to make some money on here. Maybe you throw a little money down. Now, granted, Rakic does have a very brutal head kick. Knocked out Jimmy Manuwa in 40 seconds with it. Brutal knockout. Bounced his head off the canvas. I mean, he gave Volkan Oezdemir a tough fight. Granted, Anthony Smith did finish Volkan. Not that MMA math ever works or matters. This is their stylistic matchup, but I do think Smith wins it. I think it's a hard fight. Back and forth, 3-round battle. Smith gets it done. Decision win over the very hyped prospect and up-and-coming guy with a bright future in Alexander Rakic. Overall, very fun card. I cannot wait. UFC Vegas 8. This is the full card predictions and betting odds. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.